Alright, hello sports fans. Sorry about this. I'm going on for a second time because the first time, I don't know why, it wasn't working. So now, just have to make this public, sorry. Alright, so now, let's try this again. So the first time, I, I tried this and my computer was just not cooperating. Of all times, it decided to not cooperate now. But now, it is 7-7. It was a pretty entertaining first few minutes before my computer decided it was not going to work. So now, we are back on. So now, hopefully, you guys are still here. And we're going to try this again. So it looks like everything's running smoothly. Just let me know in the comments if it is running smooth. So now, let's see, I think this should be good. They just punted the ball away. 1 second. Okay, looking better now, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. I just restarted my computer and now it seems to be running much, much smoother. So now, it is the first quarter, and it is tied 7-7 after long passes from both teams. The Stallions scored on theirs. The Generals, not quite, but it got them down in the red zone, and then they scored shortly after. Alright, this is running much better now. I just have to get my roster back up because I had to restart my computer, and that, I'm sure, as you know, closes everything. So I'm glad this is going a lot better now. I don't know what was wrong before. The first few minutes were entertaining. Never heard of any of those players. I'm glad you enjoyed those first few minutes before it was freezing. Hopefully it doesn't freeze again. I don't really know what happened there. But now it is going much, much smoother. And you said you haven't heard of any of the players. Most of the players, I'd assume a lot of people haven't heard of. Maybe from college, or maybe some players like Luis Perez from the XFL. So now, yeah, this is much better now. I don't know what happened before. Where will the postseason games be played? They're going to be played in Canton, Ohio, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. So now there's 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Sorry, my chair was creaking. So, home of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. All the regular season games will be played in Birmingham as they are being played right now. DeAndre Johnson I think they just ran a read option. So now, the postseason games, yes, they will be played in Canton, Ohio. So, the score is 7-7, as I'm sure you see at the top of the screen. So now, it is 2nd and 5 Luis Perez, I believe that is him back in at quarterback. Yep. And they ran the ball up the middle for roughly 4 yards. Looks like they're going to be doing sort of like a running back committee. Because they've had Trey Williams in there. And they also have Mike Weber, who was from Ohio State. Williams has 3 carries for 11 yards. 3rd and 1. I would expect a run here to try to get the short yardage. That's what I would call. It is a run. And they got the first down, but he did get hit in the backfield. And that was number 27. Let's see, who was that? Eventually, I'll know all these players. That was Darius Victor. As he fought ahead for the first down. They have this helmet cams, so they show interesting replays. So now, 1st and 10. The Generals still play action. Oh, wow. They did not get fooled by that at all, as Luis Perez is sacked by number 47. Let's check who that was. 47. That was DeMarcus Gates. So I talked about him in my video yesterday. He's a linebacker for them. The Stallions, that is. What is my favorite team? Good question. My favorite team is in the USFL is the New Jersey Generals. So obviously I'm rooting for them this game. And I thought they got off to a pretty strong start. That is an incomplete pass right now. How about you? What's your favorite team? So now, both quarterbacks started off very well, completing their first pass attempt. Both is actually a deep ball. Luis Perez takes the snap, rolls right, throws to, I believe that is Mike Weber, out of Ohio State. Nope, sorry, that was not Mike Weber. I thought I saw a 3. I thought I saw number 9. He's number 3. That was number 3. That was Williams. Favorite team's the Stallions, okay. So now, that brings up 4th and 9. Not necessarily a bad play there on 3rd down. But, because it was a 3rd and 17 after the sack. As Miller is on to punt it away. I just looked at the back of his jersey. He got hit after that. Fair catch by I think that said number 1. Either number 1 or number 7. I couldn't tell from the overhead view. Well, if it was number 1, it was either Victor Bolden Jr. or Peyton Ramsey. So now we are on to the commercial break. Favorite team's the Generals. Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only Generals fan here. I'm just trying to pull up the box score so I can get some stats here. So I did not have that. Here it is. So, as I mentioned before, it looks like the Generals will be going. Are there significant rule changes from the NFL? But 1 second, I'll answer your question in 1 second. the Generals are definitely doing a sort of like a quarterback rotation where you have the one mobile quarterback that can also throw the ball, and that is DeAndre Johnson, and then Luis Perez as their main quarterback. So now if Perez has a very strong first few games before Ben Holmes comes back, it would be interesting to see what they would do. So now with the rule changes, I covered this in one of my other videos. So I'm not sure if I will get all of these, but there's an opportunity for a 3-point conversion, and that will be from the 10-yard line. Onside kicks, the team can choose to run a fourth and I forget what it is. One second. One second. I found an article, but there's about 50 different questions before it. And it doesn't even answer the rule changes. Wow, great article there. But as I mentioned, there's a 3-point play, and for the onside kick, there is they can choose to do a 4th and 12 from their own 33, and if they get it, then they will go forward and continue as if it's a normal drive. However, if they do not convert, then it will be they will turn the ball over. Pass interference, this is something I actually didn't mention in my video, but it will be a 15-yard penalty if it's further than 15 yards down the field, and it will be a spot foul if it is not, if it's within 15 yards, as there was a run by number 20 of the Stallions. Number 20 of the Stallions. Let's see. That is Tony Brooks James. He's the running back out of Oregon. Let's see. Did that? No, that bounced. I thought that may have gotten picked off with that quick read right there by Alex Magoo, but I think it bounced on the ground first. So now, 2nd and 10 for the Stallions from their own 37, 38-yard line. So now, Magoo, a draw play, two broken tackles before Brooks James was wrapped up and swung down. So now, there's been a lot of passes here early in the game, showing his career at Oregon. 21 total touchdowns, well over 3,000 all-purpose yards. So 3rd and 4 here for the Generals. The Stallions. I may do that a lot. Magoo steps up in the pocket. He's gonna run. He's short. Got about 2 yards there. So now that is another potential thing Alex Magoo can do, and that is move around with his legs. So now I said he could be a... Wait, was that Alex Magoo? Yes, that was Alex Magoo. Looks like he may have gotten a little shaken up there. But, yeah, he's limping off the field. That's not a good sign for any Stallions fans out there. As they will go kick it away. And back there for the Generals is Cavante Turbin, who's a dangerous returner. He's going to let the ball bounce, and it will be down at the 10-yard line. But the backup quarterback for the Stallions is Jamar Smith. and he's from Louisiana Tech. Oh, I remember reading about him. So they're here. Let me tell this for a little while. So now, oh, they're back already. Is Mike Weber hurt? Why have I not seen him on the field yet? As Luis Perez is in at quarterback for the Generals. What team will be winning by the end of the first quarter? 1 second. Draw play. Up for about 5. With 2:25 left, just about 2:20 left in the first quarter. Good question. Let me know who you think, but I think it's still going to be a tie game at 7-7. I don't think they can get down there in 2 minutes, unless they're doing like a 2-minute drill. So now they're at their own 14-yard line. 2nd and 5. So I guess they officially spotted the ball at the 9. There's a run for... I think he's going to be marked short of the first down. No. Looks like they're going to give very close to the first down. Number 27, that is. No. Oh, whoops. Jojo Tillery is number 27 on the Stallions roster. That is Darius Victor. Darius Victor still in the backfield. 3rd and 1. I'd like to see another run here. Maybe a quick pass. Jet sweep to Turbin. A speedy kick returner who falls forward and gets the first down. I hope Stallions, but probably tied as you said. Okay. So the Generals are definitely going to be doing a running back committee here, as we've already seen Mike. No, I don't think we've seen Mike Weber. Let me check the box score real quick. So we've seen sort of a rotation. No, we have not seen Mike Weber yet in this game. 1st and 10 from the 20. Play action. Going deep down the field. Maybe they can score. That looked like interference. Yeah, there's the flag. He was holding his arm. That's cool. He has a camera on his helmet. But that is definitely pass interference. He was holding his arm. Or holding his shoulder pad, sorry. So now here's something that I disagree with this new pass interference rule. Is now with the NFL, if it's a deep shot down the field like that was, and you intentionally interfere with the guy so he doesn't catch it, then it's a spot foul. So where it occurred, as DeAndre Johnson comes in at quarterback. 1 second. I'll continue that point in a minute. Right after the play. Some kind of option play didn't really go anywhere. But now what I was saying with that, as that could probably take us to the end of the first quarter, is now, so in college, or like the USFL right here. Yeah, that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. So now, if you think he's going to catch the ball, you could just hold on to him or interfere with him, anything like that. And then, it's only going to be a 15-yard penalty. So that's something where I disagree with it. So yes, it is a tie game at the end of the first quarter. One second, I'm checking about... Oh, okay. Mike Weber, he has a knee injury, and he's on the practice squad right now. Sorry, I did not know that. So... Whoops, 1 second. That's cool. He has a camera on his helmet. Yeah, that's a new feature to the USFL, where there will be there can be replays to potentially review stuff like that, or just replays for us viewers. Yeah, so Mike Weber and Calvin Ashley, an offensive lineman for the Generals, are both out. 1 second. Which team do I think has a better uniform? So, good question. If we're talking about just in this game, definitely the Stallions. But it will be. I'm actually gonna get to that. When I did my Super Bowl watch party, not sure if you guys saw that, but if you did, I kind of ran out of stuff to talk about at halftime. So now, I decided I potentially may do a ranking every team's uniform at halftime, if we run out of stuff to talk about for this game. So now, yeah, Mike Weber is out for the the Generals. Oh, Peyton Ramsey's out, so that means the other number 5 guy I saw. That is a very descriptive sentence. The other number 5 guy I saw, he was the other player I named. Yeah, like you guys are gonna know what that means. Okay, I'm glad to see you're looking forward to it. As Luis Perez in at quarterback, Generals at their own 35. Looks like a false start there on the left tackle. Yep. They caught it. Yep, false start. So now, it's a 1st and 15 as the second quarter has actually not gotten underway yet. So now for second and 15. There's a loss of down too, as Luis Perez just ran into his own offensive lineman. I did not know that. Wait a minute. I didn't think... Oh, maybe he thought he could fit through that small hole? I thought... 1 second, unless there was another rule change I missed. Oh, there's also 2 forward passes allowed as long as it's before the line of scrimmage. Yeah, so I don't know about that false start. That was very, very confusing to me. Now there was an ineligible receiver downfield. I think that's what that signal was. Sorry, I was not paying attention. I didn't even know they were running a play. No, that couldn't have been. They were punting. I don't know. Maybe? They're redoing it, so I'm not sure what happened there. I was not paying attention. But now they're going to be kicking from their own goal line. So now that number 7 guy on the Stallions, sorry, I still have trouble thinking with these teams' names. It is Victor Bolden Jr., a wide receiver from Oregon State. So now Stallions get the ball. Alex Magoo was shaken up on that last drive, so let's see how he looks. Looks this drive. But it was very entertaining first several minutes, or first few minutes, really. But now, the action slowed down a little bit, but still very fun to watch. I'm not sure if you guys know this about me. I don't know if I've ever said this before, but football is actually my favorite sport to watch. I'm trying to find a better box score right now. 1 second. One second. Let me see if I can find a better one. In the meantime, if ever there's a commercial break, same here. Football's amazing. Yep, football's definitely my favorite sport to watch. If you guys have any questions that you want to sneak in there during a commercial break while I try to find another box score, make sure you just put them in the comments. And if I see them, I will answer them. Otherwise, it'll wait till the next commercial break. Alright. So I did find a box score, but this one's not. This one's just about the same. Just more zoomed in, but it'll have to do. If you guys have found a box score out there that you guys are looking for, just, let me know in the comments, but I think this one should work. As they're back, they're showing Alex Magoo as he didn't really look like anything unusual there. He is back out on the field, so that's a good sign for Birmingham fans. He's in the shotgun. He's thrown for 46 yards and a touchdown. Oh my, was there any blocking there? It looked like there was an entire group of, I don't know how many players, but 5, 6 players just coming at him with no blocking at all. That's definitely not something you want to see. Let's see. They brought 4 players, and number 4 came in because of the play action. Wow. Where was the blocking there? And I thought the Giants' offensive line was bad, being a Giant fan. That was brutal. Oh my. Alex Magoo, look out. Oh, the defensive lineman almost just intercepted that. You live in Birmingham, and you're definitely going to go to a lot of these games. That seems very fun. Being that you live in Birmingham, are you a Stallions fan? Have any of these coaches ever been NFL coaches? I don't know. Let me check. I know Stallions coach, as that is intercepted, as he hurdles the defender and then loses balance and falls down. Number 25, I couldn't read the name of his jersey right there. But is there any blocking that play exactly? Getting back to your question, after the interception, that is actually the first interception. Mike Riley of the Generals Um, I know he's coached in college. He's been a USC offensive coordinator. He's coached in other spring leagues. Um, Todd Haley of the Bandits. Yes, he's been in the NFL. Um, just checking all of them real quick. Oh, wait, they're on the field right now, real quick. I'll get back to your question in 1 second. DeAndre Johnson, broken up. Nice diving play there by number 27. Let's check his name. This is going to become a game. Let's check his name. Jojo Tillery. He's a safety. Good coverage there. DeAndre Johnson is currently in for the Generals. He looked like he panicked there, not sure why. But it ended up being a good gain for, I forget that guy's name again. Is that Williams, if I remember? He just dumped that off to the running back. Let's check his name. This is going to become a very, just a very entertaining game. Not entertaining, I don't know. Trey Williams. Yes, I was actually right on that. He panicked, but then he just kind of did a jump pass up to dump it off to Williams right there. And then he did the rest. But, yes, there was pressure getting to him, but he didn't really need to panic right there. But it did turn into a okay play, so I guess not necessarily the worst thing. 1st and 10 here. Still tied at 7-7. Haven't had any scoring. That was an 18-yard gain. DeAndre Johnson still in there at quarterback. Read option. No gain for Williams again. I forget his first name. Let's check. Trey Williams. Went to Texas A&M. DeAndre Johnson now on the sidelines. So I do like the idea of using this quarterback rotation that the Generals are using, because just of the mobility of Johnson, I like using that to their advantage. As now they're showing, they put a graphic up Luis Perez at quarterback. Luis Perez over the middle, looked like a dangerous pass, but not really. And then the tight end. That guy has to be a tight end. He's pretty big. Number 80. Yes, he's a tight end. Braden Bowman. He broke a tackle and then carried another guy for about 5 yards. Okay, I say the guy's name and then they put a graphic up on screen explaining who he is. Like height, weight, and where he went to college. As there's a run up the middle with Williams for a yard and a half. So now, 2nd down and probably about 9, I would assume. 2nd and 8, okay. They gave him, maybe they're rounding it, or I don't know what they're doing. Williams in as the back. I still forget his name, sorry. Let me check again. Trey Williams. Okay, I need to remember that. I don't know why I have a mental block against his first name. Quick bubble screen to Cavante Turbin for a yard. So now 3rd down and approximately 8. Devontae Turbin was the 7th wide receiver selected. He's lined up in the bunch to the bottom of the screen, and he's the receiver towards the top of the bunch. There's a touchdown to, that is Braden Bowman. I can remember that guy's name, but I can't remember Trey Williams. Well, I just did there, but touchdown, Braden Bowman. Generals take the 13-7 lead. Looking for the extra point. He just got outside of the pocket and saw him, sort of pointed where he wanted him to go. And the extra point is up and good as the Generals jump out to a 14-7 lead. Generals with 9:08 remaining in the second quarter. So now if you've got any questions, anything like that, now's a good time to type them in. So now Luis Perez is now thrown for 2 touchdowns in the first half. So now, the score of 14-7 in the second quarter. So 14-7. Generals as they're ahead of the Stallions. I'm not really sure what to talk about right now. So, but anyway, they're just about back from their commercial break. As now Bolden is back to receive the kick. There's a different kickoff rule or something like that. They kick the ball from, I believe it's the 25, if it's not the 35. Do you think the Stallions can win the championship? I think they could. I think they're definitely underrated. There's a return to the 36-yard line. I think they could, as I mentioned in my predictions video for the season. I think Alex Magoo, with what he could do with his legs and his arm, I think he could be an MVP candidate. But I do have them making the playoffs. Will they win the championship? I don't think so. But any team that makes the playoffs definitely has a chance because it's only 4 teams. So, 1st and 10 for the Stallions. From their own 37. Roll out left, dumped off to the tight end for 7. Number 86 of the Stallions. That is 86 for the Stallions. That is Carrie and Jelly. There's a run. Wow, he got through a lot of tackles there. There's about, I'd say 3, maybe 4 people there trying to wrap him up. He got through all those tackles. So now, with the Generals, I don't know if I necessarily think they could win the championship, because they're not supposed to be so great of a team. As I said in my video, I think they have they're in the 3-6-4. Sorry, he fumbled and recovered by an offensive lineman. I think he just dropped the ball, unless he did a pump fake. Let's see. Here's the replay. As he was going to go throw the ball, he just lost it. He's very lucky that when he lost it, his hand didn't go push it forward. Because, if he did that, that could have been very bad. Magoo. Oh! Off the hand. Oh, he dropped the interception. 55. That is. .55. That is Colin Hill. He's actually a defensive end. Now Alex Magoo took his glove off. Maybe he thinks he can get better grip on the ball. Lucky for sure. Yes. Definitely. 3rd and 13. Honestly lucky they still have the ball. Magoo, just a quick swing pass. Almost threw it over his head. For 2 yards. There's 55 again. I forgot his name already. Let me think. Alright, before they come out, let's remember that guy's name. Colin Hill, was it? Colin Hill. I was right. As Cavante Turbin is back deep for the Generals, he's definitely very, very quick. If I were to make an analogy to an NFL player, I don't know if he's necessarily like Tyreek Hill, but he's definitely very quick and shifty, as you saw there on that punt return. Good memory. I'm honestly surprised I remembered it right there. So now, 14-7. Official conference, not sure why. There must have been a flag on the play. No, maybe not. No. Okay, don't know what that was about. As Luis Perez and the Generals offense comes back onto the field with 6:13 remaining in the second quarter. So now, as the Generals, they may want to... I think they're pretty far back. I want to say they're within their own 25-yard line. But obviously they're in a commercial break right now, so I can't tell. But, so now I would think they would... if they get a big shot down the field, why not take it? But they should definitely go and maybe try to take time off the clock. That's what I would do. Maybe to slow it down a little bit and maybe not have them not allow the Stallions to potentially have a chance. But for the Generals, as I've mentioned plenty of times, they're playing 2 quarterbacks, Luis Perez and DeAndre Johnson. And now I think they could, with this duo, they look pretty good already. I think they could have one of the better quarterback rooms in the USFL, as they have Obviously, Ben Holmes, we don't know what he's capable of. But then I think the Panthers have a good one in Paxton Lynch and Shea Patterson. The Stars, I think they could have a good quarterback room with Case Cookus and Brian Scott. So I think those are probably the three best. Then that's just off the top of my head. I haven't gone into any deep thinking. Fuck, I don't even remember half the quarterbacks. All right, let's play a game right now. Let's see if I can remember every starting quarterback for every team. Well, the Breakers, they had Kyle Sloter. And then the Generals, I just mentioned. The Stallions is Alex Magoo. If I can remember all the teams, too. The Maulers is Kyle Laletta. Brian Scott of the Stars. And Shea Patterson of the Panthers. Okay, that covers the North. And the South, gotta go quick. Alright, we'll pause. We'll resume. Next commercial. 6-13, their own 27, so I was close with their own 25. Bring pressure. Perez escaping the pocket, directing traffic, throwing across the field. Did he catch that? He did. 81. Oh, Satterfield, the guy who caught the first touchdown and the first play. What's up? Just watching the USFL game. And going over my reactions and stuff. So hi to you. Hi. Thanks for joining. DeAndre Johnson in for the Generals. Play action. Throws deep shot. That is caught by Sutterfield again. New Jersey is goated and 81 is a monster. Yes, he's been really good so far. I hope they're going to be good. As I'm not sure if you guys know, I'm a Generals fan. But let's check his stats real quick. That was another very nice catch. I'm not... Now that I saw the feet, I'm not sure if he got both down with possession. Looks like they're going to let it stand. Oh, they just showed his stats, and now I'm looking for the box score, and I missed it. I don't know if they're going to go to review right now. Nope. New Jersey's called their first timeout. But because I just missed his stats, he has 4 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. He's caught in all 4 of his targets. Those are some pretty good numbers. For I forgot his name. Satterfield. Randy Satterfield. He's 6'4", 210 pounds out of Lyon College. Four catches for 99 yards and a touchdown. Thank you. But I actually just checked. They just highlighted him at the bottom. Luis Perez back in the game. Dodging defenders. Oh, he fumbled the ball. That is not good. Now, 1 turnover for each team. As he got hit in his arm. Here's the replay. He rolling out, or not really a design rollout, but he had to dodge some defenders. And then 33, he hit his arm as he was looking for somewhere to go with the ball. So now each team has a turnover, 1 interception, 1 fumble, both by the quarterback actually. And now the Stallions will get the ball next. First and 10 from their own 23. Quick pass. Oh, they almost picked it off. knocked away, almost intercepted. Oh, that was Scooby Wright the third. Played 13 games with the Cardinals. I actually didn't miss that graphic they put up on screen. Oh wait, that's not Alex Magoo. They put in a different quarterback. Alright, let's check who that is real quick. Oh, right, Jaquan Smith. So there was a handoff right there. Didn't see to who. I wonder why they took out Magoo. But oh, I was saying this before, but I don't think I ever finished. You could also expect Jaquan Smith to get playing time because Skip Holtz, son of former Notre Dame coach Lou Holtz. When Skip Holtz was coaching Louisiana Tech, he had his name is Jaquan. What's his name? Jamar Smith. I don't know where I got that from. Jamar Smith, but he was on Louisiana Tech when Skip Holtz was the head coach there. Now Skip Holtz is the head coach of the Stallions. That is a very, very quick 3-and-out for Birmingham. As they will punt it away on 4th and 6. I don't think he looked overly impressive right there on that series. He almost threw an interception the first time, and then not too great. They had another run play for 4 yards, and then another incomplete pass. But then again, as I mentioned, he does have a relationship with the head coach because of college. 14-7, 3 minutes and 55 seconds remain in the second quarter, as DeAndre Johnson heads onto the field for the Generals. As they break the huddle and head to the line of scrimmage, 1st and 10. As I mentioned plenty of times before, DeAndre Johnson he's really fast for a quarterback. There's a designed quarterback draw. As he gets to the edge, gets about 9, maybe 10 yards, as I don't know what to call him, the person who holds the first down marker, don't know if they have an official name, as he ends up on the bottom of a pile. As he broke that tackle to get around the corner. As he is, I think, yeah, just short. That's just about what I was going to say, and then they put up the 2nd and 1. Johnson in again, read option. Gets to the outside before scampering out of bounds. So now both teams using their other quarterback this series, or in the most recent series. 3 minutes and 10 seconds remain. The Generals have almost 200 total yards, while the Stallions at 75. Most of New Jersey's yards through the air. Oh, bad snap. Throw it away. Okay. I don't think that was the best decision to try to get something with that. Once he picked it up, he just had to go a little bit further outside the pocket, and then he can throw it away. It did look like a run play. So he picked it up. Yeah, when he started running with it, he should have had it in his hand looking to throw it away, to avoid the loss of 9 yards there. There's another read option play. Back for a loss. as that brings us to the 2-minute warning. So now, for the 2-minute warning, there is... So now, similar to college and the NFL, so the NFL, there is a 2-minute warning, college, there is not. The USFL, there is a 2-minute warning. And for the clock, on a first down, the clock stops like in college. I don't know if it's until they get the change set like in college, or if it's until they snap the ball. But that is in college. So it's kind of like a hybrid between the NFL and college football. So now 14-7 Generals with 2 minutes remaining in the first half. So now, I think they could definitely be in a position to go down and score here before the half ends. As I forget... Oh, right. The Stallions do get the ball at the start of the second half. So now, waiting for them to get back from commercial break. Wait, 2:03 left. Okay. I'm confused now. It just said 2 minutes. So I thought it was a 2-minute warning, and now it's 3rd and 22 with 2:03 left. Oh, the Stallions called a timeout. That's what it was. As DeAndre Johnson back to pass and almost intercepted, intended for cutaway right when he was going to get up. 4th and 22. Now with 1:58 left, and now we'll get to the 2-minute warning. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Fourth and 22, so obviously they're going to punt it away. And I'm interested to see who's going to come back on the field for the Stallions. If it's at quarterback, if it's going to be Alex Magoo, who I think it should be, or if it's going to be Jamar Smith. 1:58 left in the half. It's going to kick it from about his own 15. Okay, own 17. Good punt. Backpedaling. Very nice coverage there. Good open field tackle. And now that's going to make the Stallions' job a lot harder to go down and score before the half ends. But I do think they should definitely get something with 1:49 left. As they're showing the tackle again. Very nice piece of tackling right there. Just tripping him up at his own 15. Because there was not another guy that far down there. So that could have been a big return if he didn't get down there. As that is Alex Magoo back... Nope, sorry. That is Jamar Smith in there at quarterback. I thought that was Alex Magoo. The clock stops. Yeah, the 35-second play clock. Clock stops for first down inside the 2-minute warning of every half. Jamar Smith looked like a draw play, but they were already at the running back. So I don't. That was an interesting play. Another play where there was just about no blocking. It's now 3rd and 8 with a minute 22 left. Sorry, clock's actually running a minute 20, minute 15. 3rd and 8. If they don't convert, I wonder if we'd see New Jersey potentially take a timeout. To potentially try to score. As over the middle, oh, just too far. That could have been a big play. But it will bring up 4th and 8 with a minute flat left. Just out of the reach of the receiver. As the Generals will again get the ball back with a minute left. So, two very, very short drives. Well, specifically that one. That was... When did they get the ball? No, doesn't matter. The point is that was very short. Now, Turbin back deep. No return. 50 seconds remain. And they're already at the 40-yard line. So I'd like to see the Generals put together a drive to go down and get some points. And at least make this a 2-possession game. I can't show the game. It would get taken off for copyright reasons. As Luis Perez comes on for the Generals after DeAndre Johnson was on last series with 50 seconds left. Luis Perez from their own 39. There is the tight end. I forget his name. Looked like he got injured on that play as he went hobbling off. Oh, that was Braden Bowman. It's now 2nd and 7 with the clock running. Oh, I didn't realize the clock was running. Over the middle, that was caught by Cavante Turbin. Take a timeout right there. Or the clock stops, so no need to. Never mind. Oh, they did take a timeout. Okay. Nice catch there by Turbin to move the chains as he went up and got it. So 20 seconds left in the first half. The Generals with the ball. Looking to potentially go add some points before halftime. Perez dumps it off to Williams out of the backfield. Tries to make a man miss, but didn't get anything. They called a timeout. Smart play right there. So now there's 11 seconds left. They should potentially... Well, they just called their final timeout. So now, if I were the Generals, I would design something to try to get out of bounds. Because as I mentioned before, I don't know if the clock stops completely. Or until it's just when they get the first down marker set. But if there's nothing there, just throw it away. Save the time, kick a field goal. Well, they actually are sort of midfield, but still should be in field goal range. Or if they could always go spike the ball if they get up there quickly. They're at the 35-yard line. It's Perez out to Williams, who gets out of bounds at the 29-yard line. Good play. Just take what they took what they gave him and then got out of bounds. As now they'll come on and kick the field goal with 4 seconds left. "47-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Kick is no good. He missed it left. So it'll stay. The score will stay right there at 14-7. As we've reached halftime of the first game of the USFL. So now I will get to so now we are at halftime. So the past few series, the Stallions they did not have Alex Magoo in. I think they should have. Because I think he's looked better so far this game. Yes, I do understand they haven't necessarily been too great. But they still have scored. And it's still a one-possession game, and they are getting the ball back at the start of the half. So now we're going to take a short break. Really quickly. So 1 second, and we will be then right back. So short break, and I will be right back. So 14-7 at the half, and I will be right back in about a minute or so. Alright, we are back. Sorry about the delay. But thank you for staying with us. So thank you. As it is 14-7 at halftime. So now, I'm going to put a poll out for you guys at halftime. So, who do you think will win with the current score? So, make sure to vote on that poll. So now, the score is currently 14-7 at halftime. And so now, 14-7 at the half in favor of the Generals. So now, being a Generals fan, I am happy with that score. I think it could have been a little bit better. But now, I still think good. So now for the Stallions, there was a few plays their offensive line just looked like they weren't blocking at all. So now, looking ahead to the second half, my score prediction, I forgot it again. I said it before. Or I don't remember if it was this stream or the stream that I had to stop and restart my computer because my computer was just not cooperating. I don't remember what I said, but I said what I'm checking right now. I said 27-23. So I think that could definitely still be in the picture, 27-23. I'm going to write that down. Okay. I wrote that down. So now, I said 27-23 in my predictions video. It's currently 14-7. But now remember, I said Stallions 27. So they'd have to score 20 points in the second half. And with the way their offense looked in the first half, I don't necessarily think so. So now if I had to give a score prediction by the end of the game, at this point, I don't know what I would say. So now, it's on pace for a 28-14 game in favor of the Generals. So now, I'm going to go with the Generals winning, and we're going to go 24-17. We're going to go 24-17 Generals. With the 24-17 Generals is my final score prediction at halftime. As you see them retaking the field for the start of the third quarter, coming out of the locker room. So now, it was a very fun first half. So hopefully the second half is even better. So let me know who you think will win by voting on that poll. If you want to give a score prediction, make sure to do that in the comments. I also think I think the Generals could win. I think the Stallions could win. It's still a wide open game in my opinion. I think the Stallions should definitely be playing Alex McGill at quarterback. Yeah, he had an interception, but now this guy that's in right now, I forget what his name is. Let me check. 1 second. Jamar Smith. He's almost thrown 2 interceptions. I don't even know if he's completed a pass. Again, let me check before I say that for a fact. He has not completed a pass in 4 attempts. Oh, they're putting the first half stats up on the screen right now. How kind of them. Wait. Oh, you did kick off from the 25-yard line. So I've watched the entire first half and still didn't know that. And I'm pretty sure you can't run until the ball's been kicked. Yep. Short kick. Scooped up. That is Bolden Jr. Hurdles got, wow, up to the 45. So now, I didn't even do my ranking of the uniforms. But I will do that maybe, I don't know, in an upcoming video, so make sure to subscribe for that. Turn on notifications so you don't miss that video. Or you don't miss a future live stream or anything like that. So we will do those in a future video for sure. I'm going to end this poll because the second half has technically started. Jamar Smith still on the field for the Stallions. There's a good run up the middle for 10 yards by Brooks James. I'm surprised I remember his name. But Jamar Smith, I haven't been impressed with anything he's been with. Wait, that didn't make sense. I have not been impressed with him so far. I think Alex Magoo should be playing unless there's some kind of injury. As Brooks James has 4 carries for 23 yards. Make it 5 right there. As he gets the first down. Maybe gets the second. Maybe gets a second yard there. Oh, I forgot to change this to third quarter. Sorry about that. So now I have a quick question for you guys. When I'm typing like that, typing like a different score or a different thing, can you see me typing or not until I hit OK on my end? I'm just wondering with that. That was horrible as he swung back to the 50-yard line. Oh, here's helmet cam of Tony Brooks James. He got the ball and that guy just shed his block and then swung him back to midfield. That was Devin Caesar. There's Brooks James. They seem to want to get the ball in his hands a lot. They didn't really do it in the first half as much, but maybe that's part of their adjusted game plan. He now has 6 carries for 21 yards, and that is Smith's first completion for 7 yards. And so now he has a total of 7 touches for 30 yards. So now, Jamar Smith, he is in the game at quarterback. So now, if he, I still think Alex Magoo should be in here because he throws too high and he needs to throw. Oh, he's trying to defend himself and say it got tipped. Okay, that brings up 4th and 8. Let's see. Oh, yup, it did get tipped. Okay, I take it back. It got tipped. Because, like, if he missed that throw, I mean, why is he playing in the game? But he didn't. As Kevontae Turbin, I feel like I mentioned this, he's a dangerous returner every time he's back there. But he is. He's a very fast, dangerous returner. They are punting from midfield, so I expect them to try to pin him deep. Yup. Into the end zone for a touchback. (14-7) Generals. They're going to get their first touch of the ball on the second half on offense. So now it is 14-7 in the third quarter. and the Generals get the ball back. So now with the Generals, it's a weird situation. I think they have two good quarterbacks that are definitely going to be good. And now for the Stallions, I think they have two quarterbacks, but I think Alex Magoo is definitely a little bit better than Jamar Smith, and he should be playing, but they're not playing him right now. So now we've got another commercial break. As the Generals, they have Luis Perez has both of their passing touchdowns. He's thrown for 142 yards. DeAndre Johnson's thrown for 50 yards. He also leads the team in rushing yards with 21. I feel like that number would be a lot higher if Mike Weber was healthy. And Satterfield, he has 4 catches for 98 yards and a touchdown. So now the Generals with the ball, as I believe that is Luis Perez at quarterback. Yeah, it is. Going deep shot, double coverage. As now DeAndre Johnson comes on in for the Generals. Wait, yeah. I was confused because Luis Perez wasn't going out of the game. He was still in the huddle. And then he saw Johnson coming in. So now when Ben Holmes comes back, I wonder how they're going to do this. Because I don't know if you can carry three quarterbacks. As looks... Oh, injured player. Here's the sideline. That's why... Stoppage. Injured general down on the field. Don't know who it is right now. Hopefully they're okay. That is number 13. Let's check who that is. 13, that is... I don't know how to say his first name. But that is Bailey. He's a wide receiver, standing 5'11" at 190 pounds. So now, DeAndre Johnson in at quarterback. Play clock winding down. Didn't get it off in time. That should be a penalty. Mike Riley's upset with that. I don't know if they called a timeout or if they got the penalty. They did get the timeout. So now, early in the half like this, like third quarter, even early second quarter, what am I saying? Early fourth quarter. I still think you should take the penalty and save the timeouts for later. That's just me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. DeAndre Johnson goes back onto the field. That was, in my opinion, a waste of timeout. I'd rather take the penalty. 2nd and 10. Johnson in the shotgun with a... dumps it off to... That guy looks like another tight end. Number 88. Let's see who that is. He's probably the second string tight end. 88. Oh, wait. Sorry. 13. That was on the Stallions. Sorry. That is inaccurate. The Generals, number 13, is Alonzo Moore. So he was the one who was injured before. What did I say? 88? Wait, there is no 88. I must have seen 89. And that is Nick Trudzel. Luis Perez back in the game. Run outside. Good play call. I think that was designed to go inside, but then he kind of broke it outside. So now, first down, Generals. Take the penalty. Yes, definitely. I agree. I'd rather take the penalty now and have the timeouts later. Because if you're down by a certain amount and you need to be able to stop the clock 3 times, and you don't have 3 timeouts, that's a problem. Birmingham only has 5 first downs. There is another run. Wow, outside. Wonder if he stayed outside there and didn't cut it back. If he could have gotten a few more, but then he would have been shoved out of bounds. Now he's definitely back to being the Generals' leading rusher. That is Williams. I don't know if this stat is updated. Trey Williams of the Generals. DeAndre Johnson in. 8 carries for 32 yards for Trey Williams. Read option. Wide open bottom, left side of the field. Bottom of the screen. Before he's out of bounds. And now he's probably back to being the leading rusher. They updated 8 carries for 34 yards for Williams. 4 carries for 31 yards for DeAndre Johnson. Now Luis Perez comes back in. It seems like they're alternating plays right now. At quarterback. DeAndre Johnson has 5 carries for 23 yards. Don't know what I was looking at. There's number 81 again. I forget his name. Satterfield? What's his first name? Randy Satterfield. For the Generals. That should give him 100 yards on the day, I believe, right? Yup, 101 yards. DeAndre Johnson now back in. They really are alternating every play. He's thrown for 27 yards, but he's more of the mobile quarterback. He's going to... Nope, design run. Thought he was going to throw it. Wow, he has a lot of space. Oop, tried to juke around him, but then got hit and did a weird landing, but he seems to be okay. Generals are moving the ball very nicely on this drive. I like how they're alternating the quarterbacks one and mixing it up with the run and the pass, because that's the advantage of DeAndre Johnson. You don't know what's going to happen when you have him in the game. As he's still in the game, I see Luis Perez standing behind Mike Riley on the sideline. Shotgun. Look like a read option. 2 yards up to the 23-yard line of the Stallions. DeAndre Johnson remaining in, it looks like. Injured player. That is DeMarcus Gates. He's one of their 2 good linebackers. Over there for Birmingham. They're having water breaks, so I should too. As DeAndre Johnson goes back onto the field for the Generals. Read option to the outside. Nice cutback inside. As Hughes went upside down at the 10-yard line. So now, I like how they're using his mobility here. Because unlike the Bears with Justin Fields, they don't give him a lot of design runs. I like how, I know the Bears was an NFL analogy, but I like how they're giving DeAndre Johnson a lot of opportunities to run the ball for a very fast player like DeAndre Johnson, who's very good with the ball in his hands. 9 plays, 70 yards, 5 minutes off the clock for the Generals. First and goal from the 10-yard line. Up the middle for about 2, maybe 3. I like how they're running the ball on this drive with the read option. Because it's a very effective way to run the ball, because chances are one of them is going to be open. Number 27 is in the backfield. Let's check who that is real quick. 27, that is Darius Victor. I know I've said him before. He got the ball up for about a yard? Maybe a yard and a half. Third and goal for the Generals. It would be a big stop for the Stallions here. If they could stop them, they're going to call another timeout or get the penalty, called a timeout. So now here, I think you can rationalize taking the timeout. Because you are looking to go score a touchdown, ideally. But then again, I'd still prefer to have them later in the game. But definitely before, I definitely would have took the penalty. So now it's interesting to see. I would assume they would throw the ball here. Because they do have a decent distance to go. I believe they have 6 or 7 yards. So now, as we're waiting for them to come back from a commercial, I would think they'd run a similar play to the play they scored on the first time to potentially get in the end zone here. So 3rd and goal from the 6. DeAndre Johnson in at quarterback for the Generals. He's only thrown the ball 4 times. He's going to throw the ball 5th here. No, he's going to take off and run. And he gets a yard. So it looks like they'll settle for a field goal, or you would think they would. If I were them, I would settle for a field goal. Yep, as the offense comes off the field and the field goal unit will go on the field. As they look to make it a 2-possession game. 22-yard attempt from the right hash. He did miss one before halftime. That was 47. This is... Did he get that? I couldn't tell. I don't think so. Nope, he missed another one. I think the Generals may need to look into another kicker. Missing a 22-yard field goal? I mean, yeah, I can't make that, but I would expect someone to make that. Especially, I know they're not NFL kickers, like Justin Tucker that hit from 66 yards out, but you would think they'd be able to make a chip shot 22-yard field goal. So now, again, I want to see Alex Magoo, I forgot his name, come back on the field for the Stallions. And Jamar Smith on the sideline, but again, I'm not the coach of the Stallions. So now, waiting for the commercial to end. You think the coaches are calling game with an NFL mindset, going for one point after touchdown and passing on 2 or 3 point tries. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Yes, but it is definitely easier to take the 1 point. I think the 3 point would really just be used in desperation. Desperation scenarios as Jamar Smith is back on the field for the Stallions. If he doesn't get something going this drive, you have to take him out. But yes, they are calling it from more of an NFL mindset, and more of like a traditional mindset. But now the Generals are having a few kicker problems. So they've now missed 2 field goals in a row. So you wonder if they may try going for 2 next time. The Stallions only have 92 total yards. They've not been able to move the ball, as there's a dodge of a defender and caught by Bolden Jr., who is the kick returner for them. Looking like they're going to go speed it up a little bit. Was a nice throw to fit the ball into a closing window. A quick throw over the middle off the hands of the receiver, which was Bolden again. I need to figure out what his first name is. Bolden. Number 7. Victor Bolden Jr. Okay, Victor Bolden. So now, going back to your comment about calling the game from an NFL mindset, I'm actually surprised we haven't seen two forward passes behind the line of scrimmage yet, as Mitchell gets a gain of. I wasn't really paying attention right there, but he gets a first down. But now, what was I saying? Oh, with the forward pass thing. So now you can have two forward passes behind the line of scrimmage. So I'm surprised we haven't seen that yet in this game. There's a run blown up in the backfield. But I'm surprised we haven't seen that and trying out the new USFL rules, as there's the safety that comes up from a safety position to make the tackle, as that is Shalman Lawani. Hopefully I said his name correctly. That guy's making a lot of plays. As there's another throw to Mitchell before he's tackled by Lawani. If I'm saying his name wrong, someone tell me, because I don't know how to say his name. As Mitchell, 1 second. That is Osiris Mitchell. There's Mitchell again. Well, it's just the first game. Maybe coaches are still filling out the capabilities of their players. Okay, understood. I just thought we saw a few deep shots early. But I do understand what you're saying about how they're just trying to understand it, and it's the first game. Yeah, I would think we would see one in week 1 by the time this week is over, between today and tomorrow, though. I do think we'd see at least one trying out the new rule regarding forward passes. Over the middle, caught by Mitchell again. He's having quite the drive right now, as he's inside the red zone. Down to about the 5-yard line. As they're in for the touchdown. And that is the run. The running back, CJ Marable. So now, 14-13. Stallions can tie it up right now. Sir, I don't know why the quality of the Stallions is not very good right now. Here, let me try this again. I'm going to delete this thing from the Stallions, and I'm going to redo it. Hold up, I just have to. I could just put 14 now because I made the extra point. Alright, this is much better. I don't know what happened before. Alright, there we go. What? That's still not great, but it's a little bit better. So hopefully that's a little bit better for you guys. It just looked like the Stallions writing in the score was a little bit blurry, so I tried to fix it, but it still looks the same. I don't know what's up with that. So now we got a whole new ball game tied up. At 14. And the Generals will be getting the ball. So DeAndre Johnson looked really good last drive. Wonder if they're going to put him back in, or if maybe Luis Perez will go back out as quarterback. I'd really be fine with either because both have looked pretty good this game. Johnson had a strong drive, just couldn't really finish it at the end because of the missed field goal. Go Stallions. Okay, you're a Stallions fan. I'm a Generals fan, but I like the way the Stallions uniforms look. And I do think they have a good quarterback. I like the Stallions a lot as a team too, but the Generals are my favorite team in the USFL. I do think the Stallions do have another very good chance in this game, and I think they're going to be a pretty good team. As the Stallions are set to kick it away. So now 32 seconds remain in the remaining in 30 in the third quarter. And that is Luis Perez in there at quarterback for the Generals. As there's a run by Trey Williams, I believe is his name, for about 4. As they may take this down to the end of the third quarter. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna. Yep, end of the third quarter. 14-14 into the fourth quarter. So just comments, go Generals. I'm also a Generals fan. And then, hi, I'm not sure if you were talking to me or the guy that said go Generals, but if you were talking to me, hi. So let me know who you guys think will win this game. I still think it could go either way. Alright, so I just put a poll out as soon as it loads. Yep, it loaded. Alright, so tied 14-14 heading into the fourth quarter. Who wins? So make sure to vote on that poll of who you think will win this game. Again, I'm a Generals fan, so hoping the Generals got the win here. But for the Stallions, all right, 50-50 right now. For the Stallions, they definitely did look a lot better that drive with Jamar Smith. His name is Jamar Smith, correct? Yes, Jamar Smith. 75% say the Stallions will win this game. Okay. I could really agree with either. I think it could definitely still go either way. I don't know. I think both teams have looked good at some times. If I had to pick and give a score prediction, I would say 24-21, going a little bit down for my halftime score prediction. The Generals missed field goals. They missed a 47-yard field goal before halftime, and then a 22-yard field goal on their last drive. So technically, the Generals, if they made those field goals, they should be up 20-14. Yup, 2 missed field goals. Yes, the Stallions did look much better throwing the ball last drive. Terrible miss. Yes, the one, they were both bad misses. The one, it necessarily didn't look very good because it took a bad hook left. Yeah, the last one, it was a 22-yard field goal. So how do you miss that? 83% said the Stallions will win this game as we head to the fourth quarter. All right, thank you for voting. As I will end this poll in a second. So if you didn't get a chance to vote, make sure you do that right now. DeAndre Johnson in at quarterback, as he was in there right before the third quarter came to a close. They looked like an option play for about... Wait. He's... Alright, so 85% say the Stallions, 14% say the Generals. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. That doesn't even add. Okay, apparently 15%. I don't know what kind of math this is doing. But the large majority say the Stallions will win. 3rd and 1 here for the Generals. There is another run. Wow, that's a good run up there. By, I forget what his name is. That is Darius Weber? Darius Victor. That was a good run up there, up the middle. Good blocking up front, as they're showing right now. And then, nice hole for him to run right through. And then, as he cut it outside. Thanks for calling the game. Can't get in my country. How many games do you expect to stream? I'm considering doing one a week. I'm not sure. So if you guys have enjoyed this, make sure to let me know in the comments, and I will definitely try to do one stream a week for this game. And in the future, we will definitely be doing... We're going to definitely be doing live playoff watch parties like this. I could do one a week for, like, the game of the week. Or, like, what I think, like, either the best timing or what I think the best game would be, or a combination of both. Like that. But I believe this would be the only one for week 1. Yes, do one a week. Okay. I guess we can start to do one stream a week, as DeAndre Johnson lost his helmet there. So, yeah, I guess we'll go one stream a week. So, next week's schedule... 1 second. Alright, so it seems like you guys want one stream a week. Yeah, we'll do that. As there's a run for about 1.5 yards. So the USFL Week 2 schedule. Dang it, that was only a Week 1 schedule. So now, there's, so next week, I'll get to next commercial break, as they just converted a 4th down and 4 on a run by Williams. That was a very nice play. It's just a outside run by Williams, who then made a few people dodged around a few defenders and got the first down. As Trey Williams comes off the field right now. And number 88, who caught a touchdown pass before. I forget what his name is for the Generals. That is... Wait. Oh, 89? I don't know. I probably got that. That is Scott Flanick. No, that can't be 89. He's a long snapper. I don't know. I think I missed his number. Alright, but now that we're on a commercial... So next week's games, we have on Friday night, we have the Panthers and Generals. Then Saturday at 12 or noon, we have the Maulers and Stars. Then we have the Birmingham Stallions and the Gamblers at 7 Eastern. And at 3 Eastern on Sunday, we have the Breakers and Bandits. So I'm not sure which one I'm going to be doing next week yet. So, I'm not sure right now. It is probably between... Let's see. Ideally, I would do a night game, but it really wouldn't matter. All in-division games next week. The first time we see other teams play a division rival. So if you guys had the option, which game would you guys want to see? Would you want to see, Panthers Generals? Wait, Stallions Gamblers. I thought you said Stallions Generals. So Stallions Gamblers, okay. So if you guys had the option... So I don't think I do the Battle of Philadelphia or the Battle of Pennsylvania, but I'm not sure. So the options are, I'm gonna narrow it down to 3 options. I'm gonna take the Maulers against Stars out of the equation right now. So now we have Panthers Generals, Stallions Gamblers, Breakers Bandits. So now, of those 3, I think Stallions Gamblers would probably be... I don't know, I think that would be the most one-sided? I'm not sure how to put it. I think Panthers Generals could be a good game. Bandits Breakers could be good. I feel like they all could be good, as I just missed. It is the 4th quarter. Sorry, I forgot to change it. It's the 4th quarter. My team is the Generals. They're actually playing right now, tied up with the Stallions. Still my team. Who's your team? My favorite team is the Generals. You'd like to see different teams for a couple weeks just to get a feel for all the teams. All right, maybe try to do like sort of like a rotation type thing, where every few weeks we'd go back. So like maybe we did the Generals this week, maybe do them again in like week 4 or something like that. Week 4 they take on the Maulers. So ideally you would want to see. Well, they're playing different teams, so it would be hard to tell right here. So I'm not sure. Let me think about it, and maybe you'll have an answer by the end of the. That was a big hit at the end of that run, as he gets up to the 5. But what was I saying? Oh, they'd be playing different opponents, so it is a. You would still be getting to see different teams. Maybe different teams as a whole. So then the options would be Maulers, Stars, or Breakers, Bandits. So now with the Breakers, I think they could be good, as I just missed what happened there. Up to the 4-yard run. Okay, not much. 1-yard run by. What's his name? 27. Let's check. Darius Victor. So now, with the Breakers, real quick, I think they could be good. I think they're, as I said in my predictions video, high ceiling, low floor. And the Bandits, I think they're going to be one of the best teams. So maybe we'll do that one. I'm not sure. As that is a touchdown run by DeAndre Johnson to put the Generals up 20-7. Right now. As that was a designed run. And then he went into the end zone for the touchdown. So, to answer your question, my team for the week is Generals. How about you? What's your team that you're going to be rooting for? Now on for the extra point. A little bit of a bad snap, but the extra point is still up and good. As they did not miss that extra point or field goal attempt. So now 21-14. Generals over the Stallions with. They just went to commercial right before I could see how much time's left. 9 minutes and 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Oh no. So now, I wonder who's going to be coming back out for quarterback for the Stallions. I would think it would probably be Smith again after he had he just led the touchdown drive. So now, I think this is a very good game that could definitely go either way. I still think it could go either way. There's still plenty of time left for the Stallions. But I will definitely be doing one stream a week like this. And for the playoffs, I plan to stream all 3 games. So it would be Saturday, June 25th at 3 p.m. Then we'd have another stream Saturday, June 25th here at 8. And then Sunday, July 3rd at 7:30. We'd be back for the championship game. So I plan to do all 3 of those. So that would actually be 2 streams a week. Maybe if one, maybe later in the season. Right now, I plan to start off with 1 stream a week for the USFL. Not sure if you guys are also NFL fans. I know I'm an NFL fan myself. But that week, which is it next week or the week after? It is, the week of week 3. So we'd have we'd have we'd do a live watch party like this of the first round of the NFL draft. And then, what was I saying? And then later we would do the, and then later, like on Saturday or Sunday, whenever I chose to do the stream for that week, we would do, again, that one. Yeah, I can't show the game for copyright reasons. So now, I'm watching the game here, and you guys can see my live reactions and thoughts on different play calls and stuff like that. So that's why I'm not showing the game, because I can't. So 21-14. I did not see who that was in at quarterback. That looks like that is Alex Magoo, I think. As there's a nice jet touch pass. Oh, no, that is Jabbar Smith. Sorry. So 1st and 10 from the false start there. So false start on the Stallions offense. Somebody on the offensive line. Look like the left side. Nope. Oh, offsides. Okay. Let's see. Yup. The nose tackle or defensive tackle number 90. Let's see. Who's that for the Generals? Number 90 for the Generals. Toby Johnson, he's a defensive tackle for them. So now 1st and 5. I'll get to your comment in 1 second. There's another flag. Maybe offsides because they're letting the play continue. As he's up to the, that's a 4-yard gain. So now that should bring up 2nd and 4, depending on what the flag is. I would think it could be a potential another offsides. Yup, offsides again. I like how they have the camera view right down the line, so you can get a clear view of if they did jump or not. So now, 1 second for your question, or comment. It's not really a question. There's a run for no gain. Maybe he even lost a yard. Alright, but both teams, just from hearing the game, so far it seems both teams are a little weak in the secondary. I guess you could say that. There's been some big plays through the air for both teams. In the beginning of the game, both teams got a big shot through the air. I know the Generals do have a very good safety back there. There's a swing pass out of the backfield for Brooks James, as he's for a gain of about 8, maybe. Stallions looking to go fast. 3rd and 2 for the Stallions. My NFL team's the Giants. Wow, he bounced off the defenders and got the first down. Good piece of running right there. My NFL team's the Giants. How about you? Painful to be a Giants fan right now. So now, I don't know why I was looking at a 2023 mock draft when we haven't even gotten to the 2022 draft. But it's a good quarterback class in 2023. So I'm hoping the Giants, they're just brutal next year. And they could potentially get a top 5 pick and grab one of the good quarterbacks. There's a reverse play for nothing. Your NFL team's the Dolphins. Okay. Bet you're happy they just traded for Tyreek Hill. I know this is a USFL stream, but real quick, I'm just wondering your thoughts on Tua. Do you think he can be good, or do you think he's a bust? Oh, okay. So we have some NFL fans. Hey, both actually just got good receivers in Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams. Smith takes a step over the middle. There's a game-tying touchdown for the Stallions. Or they still have to do the extra point. Tua will surprise, assuming you mean in a good way. He had no offensive line either. Okay, so you're thinking Tua would improve? I think so, too, with the signing of Teron Armstead. I believe they also signed someone else, did they? But yeah, I think he could be good. They're surrounding him with talent. Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill are both very good. Connor Williams. Was he the other guy? Yeah, Connor Williams was the other guy they brought in. Yep, Connor Williams, the guard from Dallas. So I think the Dolphins could definitely be good this year, as they tied it up at 21-21. And now, I saw someone else say they're a Raider fan, as the Raiders, they just gave Derek Carr a big extension, so I'm wondering what your thoughts on that were. Was he overpaid? Was he properly paid? So now 21-21 in the Stallions Generals game. So now it looks like the Stallions, they could be using 2 quarterbacks efficiently. So now I'm wondering still if there was a injury to Alex Magoo. .551 remain in the game as 20 or a touchdown run. Wasn't that a touchdown pass? Wait a minute. Wasn't that a pass play that they just scored on? I was like 100% sure that was a pass. Or do they mean after? But anyway, they kicked the ball off. There's Kevontae Turbin back deep, I'm pretty sure. So he gets banged around at about the 30-yard line. Yeah, that was a touchdown pass. I don't know what they're talking about. A touchdown run. Yeah, that was a touchdown pass. Carr is a good quarterback. The Raiders are a good team. They're just missing something. Not sure what. I think. Agree with you. Derek Carr, I feel like he's a little bit of an underrated quarterback. Get back to that in 1 second. As DeAndre Johnson in at quarterback, still only attempted 4 passes. There's a jet sweep to Kevontae Turbin, who gets about 4. So yeah, the Raiders, I think a good true number 1 receiver was what they could be missing now that they got Devontae Adams. Um, but yes, Hunter Renfrow was good, but they also had Darren Waller. I think they lacked a true number one receiver last year, especially when Waller was injured for a few weeks. I'll get back to what I was saying in a second. As there's another run by Weber. I believe that's who that is. No. Darius Victor. Sorry. Right? 27 is Darius Victor, I believe. 27, Darius Victor. Yes. So with the Raiders, I definitely think the only problem with the Raiders right now is they're in such a good division. All their teams improved. Well, I mean, the Chiefs, they did get rid of Tyreek Hill. But the Broncos, they traded for Russell Wilson, and then the Chargers, they also made some big moves this offseason. Johnson back to pass. He's going to step up and run up to the 6-yard line. Carr is a dual threat quarterback. The play calling doesn't utilize it as much as they could. Not necessarily sure I completely agree with that. I think Carr, he's a very precise, accurate pocket passer, but not strictly a pocket passer. I feel like he can get outside the pocket and make plays with... one second. Make plays with his legs is what I was saying. So there's a read option. Wow, look at that speed from DeAndre Johnson to get around the outside and get the first down. It looks like they may mark him just short. So Carr, I wouldn't necessarily consider him a dual threat quarterback, but I would consider him a quarterback that can run if they need to. Need better play calling by offensive coordinator in Vegas Raiderland. I really can't speak to that much because I haven't watched a ton of Raider games last year. But get back to that after the play. There's a run by, I believe that is Darius Victor. Yup, Darius Victor. So now, in the beginning, there was a lot of Trey Williams, and now there's a lot of Darius Victor. And a lot of DeAndre Johnson. Didn't want to say coaches, but yeah, okay. So you also agree that they need better play calling. Do you think Josh McDaniels could bring that better play calling to Las Vegas? Oh, Raiders are your second team. Oh. Darius Victor has 13 carries for 62 yards. 2:40 left in the game. Another run to Darius Victor. Wow, he just... There is a flag on the field. There hasn't been many flags this game. Not sure what it is. It looked like he came down just short of the first down marker anyway. Illegal shift on the offense. I believe that's what that signal is. Illegal motion on Cavante Turbin. So now that would set him back 5 to 2nd and 13. Seven penalties this game, 6 on the Generals. There's a run with Victor for about 3, as that will bring us to the 2-minute warning. So 21-21. So now I wonder how they're going to manage this clock here. Because the Generals, they've been running the ball a lot. They've been running the ball a lot. So now, you could wonder if they've potentially been trying to drain the clock already. But now, it's interesting to see how they would manage the clock. They're probably going to throw this coming right out of the 2-minute warning. Yes, it is a 2-minute warning. And I also do agree we're going to see the new time stoppage rules in effect for the final minutes of the game. We may also get to see their overtime rules. You never know. What was I saying? Oh, with how they're going to manage the clock, because I believe it's 3rd down. 4th and 2? They ran a 3rd down play? Oh. I must be somehow behind and just spoiled it for you guys. Sorry about that. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it could be. Overtime would be so cool. Overtime would be cool, so would the onside kick rules. Yes, now with the onside kick, you'd wonder if they would go and actually try the traditional onside kick, or if they'd run the 4th and 12 play. 3rd and 10 here for the Generals. There's a read option play for 4th and 2. Sorry, I spoiled it before. I must be somehow behind. Oh, that's why. So for some reason I jumped back to not live for some reason. So I was watching it a little bit further behind. So now that I hit jump back to live, sorry about that. But really all we missed was a successful field goal to put the Generals up 24-21 with 1:49 remaining. Because I was thinking, how could I be that far back? So they were already out of a commercial break. Here's the field goal replay, just inside the left upright. So no, I think we maybe headed to overtime here. Obviously, the Stallions would probably like to try to win it. Why would they not want to win it? But good to see the kicker bounce back and make 2 extra points / field goals, 2 kick attempts, I guess you can call it. He just snuck in that kick. Yep, just inside the left upright. Field goal kicker just trying to keep his job in the USFL. Giants have 2 first-round picks this draft. Yes, they do. So now they can either pull Giants and mess them up, or they can actually maybe select something useful. I've done a few mock drafts. I'm probably going to do another one soon, but as a Giant fan, I really want one of the 2 tackles, either Evan Neal or Akeem Ekwonu. As Jamar Smith, I think that bounced. Yeah, that bounced. Incomplete pass. Intended for Mitchell. The Giants pick at number 5 and number 7. A minute 37 remains in the game. You're welcome. Yeah, I think Evan Neal or Akeem Ekwonu, I would really like them for the Giants because they can use all the offensive line help they can use. as Jamar Smith steps up in the pocket and slides after about 9 yards. He did not get the first down, so the clock will continue to run. Minute 25 left in the game. Jamar Smith, quick out route to number 7, that is Bolden. Victor Bolden, is that his name? Victor? That is the Generals roster. I was looking under number 7, and I was like, why do I want to see Bolden? That's because I was looking at the Generals roster. Jamar Smith out to the sideline too high for Williams. Yeah, Victor Bolden. Williams is Marlon Williams. After the NFL draft, maybe we could see a couple good college players show up to USFL teams. Maybe. If they were that good in college, even if they're not a true NFL prospect, typically you'd see them get picked in the later rounds of the draft. That's a face mask. They not call that yep, there's the flag. Face mask on the tackle. Somebody just joined. Hi, how are you? Yep, that was a face mask on Orr. Just grabbed his face mask as he was running by. So now, 1st and 10, as a face mask is an automatic first down. Stallions kicker is looking ready, as they may go down and score a touchdown here with 48 seconds left. As Smith takes a shot to the end zone too far. Intended for number 86. That is Carrie Angeli, a tight end. Second and 10 now for the Stallions. 43 seconds remain. 20 at the Generals' 20-yard line, so 20 yards away from the end zone. Just got the play off. Another end zone shot, too far again. That was intended for Victor Bolden. Taking a few shots at the end zone. So, I don't necessarily mind a shot at the end zone once, but I think I try to get a few yards to make this a little bit easier of a third down. There's a swing pass to the running back out there. Good block by the receiver. As he gets the first down and gets out of bounds. Marable? Is that how you say his name? I don't know how to say these guys' names. Just a swing pass. You agree, with what? I don't quite remember what I said. I've said a lot of things. Oh, maybe about getting the yards on to make it an easier third down. But anyway, they do get the first down. First and goal, 33 seconds remaining. Generals defense needs to stop here, as they're going to get to the 2-yard line, and the clock will remain running. Nope, the Stallions called a timeout. I would assume because the clock is not running. Yep, there they are. Second timeout. Yeah, okay, with the third down. Okay. Each team now has one timeout remaining. 29 seconds left. Generals up 24-21. Stallions are at the 2-yard line. So 29 seconds left. Smith rolling right, nowhere to go. He's going to take it and run. Oh, he's in for the touchdown. It's now 23 seconds for the Generals. So now each quarterback has a rushing touchdown this game. 27-24. So now a field goal makes it a touchdown, or a game you'd need a touchdown because there's no 4-point play. Now that's where those timeouts come back, and you may want to stop the clock. So now 27-24, I most likely would see them just kick the extra point here. Yup, they want up to kick it. Best for the Generals here. Yup, they made it. 24-24. Generals and Stallions. As he just took the snap, rolled right, and then just didn't. He just ran out of space. And then he just found a hole and dove into the end zone. Yeah, wow is right. Twenty 23 seconds left. So now the unfortunate thing here was about the kickoff spot being moved back 10 yards. I understand maybe they want to generate more kick returns, but now for late in the game situations like this, you can't save the clock by not having to return the kick at all. Wonder who's going to come in at quarterback. You would think it would be Luis Perez, who's thrown the ball a lot more this game, as Stallions kick it away. As Cavante Turbin takes it. He got a hole. Up to the 35. Generals kicker is sweating bullets right now. Yeah, just lucky for the Generals, it's not a field goal game. They'd have to score a touchdown, so there's really not pressure on them. One timeout remaining, 18 seconds left. DeAndre Johnson comes onto the field. $18 left. One timeout for both teams. Cavante Turbin, and you're showing the wrong score? I am? No, 24-24. Oh, 28-24. Thank you. Taking a deep shot right away. That is... Oh, he almost caught it. Thank you for letting me know. I wish it was 24-24. Thank you very much. 28-24. He almost came down with that. If he did, that would have been big. That did take a lot of time off the clock now, so they probably have 2 plays left, maybe 3. 10 seconds left. One timeout. Taking another deep shot. That is way too far. Yep, 1 play left. 2 seconds remain. Now they took 2 deep shots down the field. So now maybe they're at their own 35-ish yard line. So this will most likely be the final play of the game, unless there's any kind of what's it called, penalty or anything like that on the defense, because offense, Stallions just decline it and the game's over. It's like they're going to throw a Hail Mary. That was not even close. As the Birmingham Stallions have won the first USFL game of the 2022 season and of the USFL's return. So now, what was my score prediction? I forgot it again. I think it was 27-23, I believe it was. Bad luck. Yes, now, in that situation for the Generals, I'd prefer to maybe throw a few quick out routes, because you had 18 seconds, right? So, for the Generals, I prefer to maybe throw... So, just say it takes 5 seconds for a quick out route, maybe 5 yards. So, that would put you at about the 40-yard line with 13 seconds left. Then again at the 45-yard line with 8 seconds left. And then you can go take 2 shots at the end zone rather than 1 deep shot to get you to like the 15-yard line. So 28-24 is the final. I think putting DeAndre Johnson in was, I don't know. I think I may have went with Luis Perez there, just because he seemed to be a little bit better throwing the ball. But then again, then again, DeAndre Johnson didn't have many times or chances to throw the ball. Well, could have been a different outcome if the kicker had performed better, at least a better chance. Yeah, exactly. Just what your comment says. Exactly. So now, the players of the game are Jamar Smith, the quarterback of the Stallions. Shaman Wonai, hopefully I said his name correctly, of the Generals, and then the place kicker of the Stallions. So going back to your point about back to your comment, it was, let's see, where was it? Just from hearing the game so far, it seems both teams are a little weak in the secondary. So yes, I think I could potentially agree with that, but I do think Y is a very good player back there at the safety position for the Generals, as he came up with 2 passes defended, 8 tackles, and an interception. That loss is on the kicker, definitely. So now, if he made those 2 field goals, the score right now would be 30-28, and we'd have probably a different outcome. You'd probably would have seen a 3-point conversion attempt by the Stallions. Sorry. So now, I wasn't and you said the Generals will be good though. I think they could be good. I don't necessarily know if they will. Lots of game the kicker gets wrongly blamed. This game the kicker lost game. Yes, agreed. Sometimes it's like, oh, the kicker missed that kick. Yeah, but the offense also missed these 5 opportunities where they didn't score. This game, the offense they played fairly well, and then the kicker, you're missing 6 points because of him. And so this game should at least be 28-27. This should not be 28-24. So now, you could also say this game is sort of like the kicker lost the game for the Generals, and just like the Packers special teams lost the Packers the game against the 49ers in the NFC divisional round, where The defense played well, and the Packers special teams, they missed a field goal, and then they had a punt blocked because the Packers special teams was just brutal. But now, so the Stallions do get out to the early 1-0 record, as next week they play the... One second, let me pull the schedule back up. I closed it. Next week, the Stallions take on the Gamblers, and the Generals take on the Panthers. Okay? So now, I think both teams definitely need to figure out a quarterback. If one isn't doing well, the other could potentially come in, but I think you should stick with one quarterback throughout the game. I didn't really see a reason to take Alex Magoo out. Yes, of the interception, but I mean, it was one interception. And comparing the stats for the two teams, Generals and Stallions box score, sorry, I don't know why I was just saying what I was typing. So for the Generals, Luis Perez completed 13 of 18 pass attempts for 143 yards and 2 touchdowns. And Johnson was 3 of 8 for 59 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Perez did have a fumble, which was a turnover. But aside from that, he played very well in my opinion. I don't really think there was a reason to take him out. DeAndre Johnson did do some damage with his legs, 98 rushing yards and a touchdown. But I think I'd rather use him more of as a running weapon that could also throw the ball, and have Luis Perez as the main guy until Ben Holmes comes back. The kicker's name, you want to see if he's back next week? Let me see, 1 second. The General's kicker, his name is... The kicker's name is Brock Miller. Oh, wait, they have two kickers for some reason. They have Brock Miller and Nick Rose. Wait a minute. Now I need to check something. I have to see who missed a field goal. Let me see, 1 second. Yeah, Nick Rose was the kicker. Yeah, that was Nick Rose who missed the field goal. So sorry, I told you the wrong guy's name, but Nick Rose is the place kicker and Brock Miller is the punter. For some reason, the website I'm looking on has them both listed as kickers, which makes no sense because one is a kicker and one is a punter. Yes, they can both kick the ball, but then they also have different responsibilities. The punter holds the kick and punts the ball, while the kicker kicks the ball, and either one can do the kickoffs. So I think both teams played fairly well for the opening game of the season. There was the two spots where the Stallions' offensive line just looked like they weren't blocking at all. Um, and now, so really that's all for this video or this live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. So thank you all for watching. If you have any quick questions or questions at all right now regarding this game or anything moving forward, I will be happy to answer them right now. So make sure to put them in the comments as I start to wrap up. But now, so next week we will definitely be doing another stream. I haven't decided on what game I'm doing yet. I think I'm going to have to give a little bit more thought to that. And maybe if there's a battle of two undefeated teams after tomorrow's games, we can do the battle of the undefeated teams tomorrow. Sorry, not tomorrow. What does my t-shirt say? My t-shirt says "Stop the Shot" with a hockey goalie on it. I'm also a hockey fan. I like the New York Rangers. So now, next week we will definitely be doing... Looks cool, thank you. We're going to be doing another live stream, live watch party like this, for one of the games next week. I haven't decided on one yet. Make sure you can check out my predictions video. I'm sure I will say it in there. Which will be probably posted either next Thursday or either Thursday or Friday of this week. What's your favorite USFL team now? Still the Generals. Thanks for enjoying. Thanks, I enjoyed it. All sub Calgary fan. Oh, thank you for the subscriber. Okay. You guys really like sports. Well, this channel is Super Sports Central. So one, thank you for the subscriber. Two, Calgary Flames fan. Okay. I believe they're also doing pretty well this season. And then I saw another Maple Leafs fan. I bet you're happy to have Austin Matthews on your team. So now, this stream was a lot of fun. Calgary is actually currently losing 1-0 to the Coyotes. Hopefully they don't lose there. That would be an embarrassing loss. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, with the Maple Leafs, I bet you're glad to have Austin Matthews on your team. He's looking like a hard contender. And yeah, the Flames, they've clinched a playoff spot atop the Pacific Division. So, you're also a Generals fan. So now, there will definitely be more streams in the future. And I'll be doing NFL draft streams, some mock drafts, more USFL content, more live streams like this, and weekly predictions videos and stuff like that. When the NHL playoffs come, I will do playoff predictions for those. I just did my NBA playoff predictions this morning. So now there will definitely be more live streams, obviously more videos and content like that. I try to post as often as possible. So I'm going to wrap up the stream and end it. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and comment. Comment, like, if you're watching this after... Sorry, I don't know where the comment comes from. It's just when I typically say to the end of... with my other videos. Easter, happy Easter to all of you if you celebrate Easter. So happy Easter. So like, subscribe, and like and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.